Thank you guys for watching another episode of Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. I'm your host, Martinique Brown. I'm so excited that you have decided to tune into the show today. Today we have author John O, who has written a book called 99 Random Questions. I'm really excited to talk to John because this book just sounds so intriguing. If this is your first time ever tuning into the show, thank you so much for just taking time to watch the show today so you can learn more about John and his book called 99 Random Questions. Another thing that we would love for you to do, we would love for you to go ahead and share this video now so that people will know about the show as well as our featured author today. Also, we would love for you to go ahead and follow and like our Facebook pages. If you're new to this show, what I do is I just take all the worry and doubt from everything. So what I've done was I put all of John's contact information as well as his Amazon link, or if you're interested in purchasing his book directly through him, you can message him on Facebook. Just send him a DM and let him know that you're interested in purchasing his book. But all of his contact information is listed in the description box. Another thing is I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is listed in the description box as well. If you truly enjoy these shows that I produce and create, I would love for you to visit my GoFundMe page as well as my PayPal link and give a financial gift of any size. That would be such a blessing. Another thing, if you are watching from any other page other than Martinique Y Brown, I need you to come on over to my page so that when you type your questions and comments, I can actually relay those to John. So John, thank you so much for being on the show.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am awesome.
That's good. That's good. So John, can you just let the viewers know a little bit more about yourself?
Well, I've been an author since 2003.
Okay.
2003. I've been writing since that time period. And I just decided to turn my passion into a book, and why not turn your passion into profit?
Right. So what actually made you interested in becoming an author?
Like I say, I've been writing since 2003, and I love to teach people different things through writing, and I feel like that's the best way for me to teach people. So I use the format of just writing and turning my thoughts into words into a book, and to teach people, what I think about the world and my perception of the world.
Okay. So now, can you actually walk us through your book, 99 Random Questions?
Well, my book, 99 Random Questions, which you can find on Amazon and Barnes and Nobles, it's just 99 random questions, but what we did was we're turning into a game. So it's 99 questions. It's basically like you go to a gathering and it's an icebreaker, and you can ask people different questions, and you're trying to guess the person's answer through what they're thinking about. Now, if you turn into a real party where they drink, if we get the answer wrong, they have to take shots. So depending on the party. Yeah, depending on the party, we just want to break the ice. That's really what we wanted to do with this book.
So now, when you say we, who are you referring to?
Well, me and my assistant, we kind of wanted to revise it, but the original way I wrote the book was just 99 questions. But then we just were like, to make it more interesting, while we turned it into a game.
So, I love that. That is so good. Yeah. And I feel like because it is an icebreaker, it really does help you to get to know people, especially for individuals that's introverts, because sometimes they come out of their shell more when a person is asking them questions as opposed to them being the life of the party and, just not having any problem with, going up and talking to individuals. So that's really a good idea. Why did you want to create a book like that to really help, start parties or be icebreakers? What made you interested in that side of it?
Well, first of all, I'm a talkative person, so I'm not an
Okay.
introvert. I'm far from
Okay.
introvert. I like to mingle with people, and the way I came up with the questions was I would talk to a lot of people, just talk to random people, and people will always say, "John, you're so random. You're so random." So
Yeah.
that's how I came up with the idea. I was like, "Oh, why didn't I just make a book called 99 Random Questions?" So
Uh,
I just put it all together, and that's how it came about.
okay, okay, I got you. And shout out to Regina Patterson all the way in chilly Grand Rapids, Michigan. We love you, girl. I used to live in Grand Rapids, so that's how I know it's chilly. It's chilly there. So how did you decide which questions to ask in your book?
it's it's 99 questions, so it's not hard. It all depends on the event. It all depends on where you're at. What.
Okay.
I have one for churches. I have one for people who are not religious. I have people, just all sorts of questions. It all
Mm-hmm.
depends on where you're at. That's why we turned into a icebreaker game. So it's for all different types of people. So it
Yeah,
all depends on that group, whatever their particular where they're at.
the environment that they're in.
Yeah.
So, when you were writing this book, though, did you find yourself with more than 99 questions and then had to give
Yeah,
the
it
X to
was
some of the questions?
correct. That's how I originally did it. It's very simple. I was just writing the questions and I thought which ones will sound the most interesting for the book.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So
Okay, so now what are some of the categories in the book that we can, like, do you
yeah,
have it written in the table of contents?
I have, yes I do. I have what kind of person are you? Are
Mm.
you an extraterrestrial? Yay or nay? I have what if work was this easy?
Oh, I bet you that's a good one.
Yeah, so like $1 million question. So if you're at work and your boss, let's say your boss tells you you got to leave for $50 million, would you leave? Yay or nay? Something like that. Some crazy question. I came up with to just like I say, it's just to break the ice. But everybody will find it fun. Those people who like that kind of you know for people who not working, people
Yeah,
who
yeah.
so that's pretty much it.
So now, do you have any serious questions in there?
Not, I think I do. Oh yes, I do. I actually do. I have one about a date. I have one where if you're a woman and a man asks you out on a date and he tells you you have to pay half, what would you do? Yes.
Oh, I bet you that's a good one.
Yeah, so I do have serious questions, but I try to
Mm-hmm.
make it more comical than anything. Not really.
Okay.
Yeah, just to break the ice. But it's all lean towards, to be, like I
To
say, it's,
have
it's
fun.
mainly to break the ice. Yeah, to have fun.
Mm-hmm. So now, can you read some of the other questions that you have in the book to us?
All right, let me see. Okay, here's a good one. Here's a good one. I must say. So you go to church and your pastor levitates off the ground while he is preaching. Do you A, sit and watch in amazement, B, leave because you think he's demonic, or C, consider this a dream and hope this moment is all fake?
And so now you don't give the answers, it's
No,
just all questions.
correct. And you're trying to guess the person's answer in their head. And then if they get it, if you get it wrong, then you have things you can do. So that's where we have instructions in the front, and we just we turn into a icebreaker game.
Okay. So now, is it all like, are do all of the questions have multiple choice
Correct.
answers to it?
Correct.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some other questions that you put in there? I think that
Uh,
is so cute.
Let me see. Let's see a good one. All right. Let me see a question that's not so long. That's it.
You can give us
Okay.
a long one.
All right. You won the lottery finally. You win $300 million. Suddenly, you receive phone calls, text messages, Facebook, Instagram messages from all the people who say they know you. Some people even knock at your door. You know it's for the money. Do you give the people your money or not? You choose. You must choose. There is no in between. It's a yay or nay. This is like a yay or nay scenario.
That would be a no. That's crazy. I mean, but that's I don't know if you saw the news article, but there was a man and he actually signed for his lottery winnings in like a Halloween mask, so nobody would know who he was. And I just thought that that was so smart. But then I will also wonder, like, do they make everybody go in front of a camera that wins the lottery? You know
I
what I'm
never
saying?
won.
Like,
I never won the lottery, so I wouldn't know.
I know, me either. So
Not for
now
me.
why should somebody add your book to their collection? Just because, we have other games out there
Mhm.
that, help us to break the ice. But why is 99 Random Questions a good book to add?
Because like I say, it's gonna give them an icebreaker at that particular, or they know they have family members that may be introvert that they may want to socialize or communicate with, and I feel like it will help break that barrier between them. Like
That's good.
you have people who won't even talk to each other. This may help. You have people
Hmm.
who want to talk and may talk more. So it all
That's true.
depends on the group of people. So I
That's
feel
good.
like that's what it will do.
And I think, when you were saying that, I was thinking about family reunions. I think that would be really good at a family reunion, because what I've experienced is with our family reunion, we actually, like all of the people from Ohio will go to a different state, and then all of our different states come together. And so we have like one or two people that we might hang out with from the other states, but it's still clustered. Like all of the Ohio people sometimes still hang together. And I think that that would be good,
Mm.
for example, at a family reunion to really just help those cousins and, you know, everybody just come together and just ask those questions, especially like with different generations, to help
Right.
bridge those gaps um, as well. So, can you tell us about the other books that you've written that you're going to be releasing next year?
Okay, I have a children's series that I'm coming out with. A children's series that I'm coming out with,
Hmm.
and then I have a book about anger, my personal issues with anger, how I overcame them,
Okay.
and then I have a book on what's the other book I have? I have one book about that's pretty much what I'll be working on there. But then I have two other books, but I probably won't start that till 2021.
Okay.
But those are
So,
the two main books.
what is the children's series about?
The children's series is just the first one we started was is encouraging Black children to just think positive about themselves,
Mhm.
and then we have another one. What did I start the first series about bullying?
Oh,
How to
really?
overcome
Okay.
bullying. That was the first one I think,
Hmm.
and then the second one was about self-image, something like that. I got to look it over, but that's pretty much. And then I'm gonna turn it into an app. I'm gonna turn the children's book into an app.
Oh, that should be really good. That should
Yeah.
be really good. So now, can you talk to us about the book about anger?
Yeah. That's um the way I came about that book was I was communicating with a friend of mine, and she is like a sister, and we were talking about our person. We grew up together. I knew her from she used to go to an old church of mine,
Okay.
and we were just talking, and I was telling her how I felt about certain issues and dealing with certain people in my life, and she said, "John, you may need to go to counseling." So I thought long and hard about what she said, and I just was listening to her,
Hmm.
and then I just thought about what she said for a while, and I said, "Okay, let me write about it." So it came out into a book. Ironically, it came out into a book, and I was talking about how I dealt with what I felt about certain people in my life, dealing with people I grew up with, people I haven't forgiven. And then at the end of the book, I came up with a conclusion like, first you have to learn to forgive yourself before you learn to forgive anybody else. And
Hmm.
then at the very end, I say, a lot of times we're angry because we fear. And until we overcome that fear, we're going to always be angry. So that's pretty much the whole concept of that book.
Okay. Okay. So I know that you were saying that your friend actually suggested, going to counseling for it. Is that something that you did still, or did you feel that the writing was therapeutic enough for you?
The writing was very therapeutic. I was able to work through things. I mean, I'll still go. I wouldn't not not go, but the
Hmm.
writing did help a lot. Help me understand why I felt the way about certain things, the way I felt and how, you know.
Hmm. So I know that you actually mentioned that, you know, there's people in the book about your past. Do you have to let them know in advance, that I'm talking about you in this book, or did you just use like
No,
alias names?
no, these people. No, I give specific names. These are specific people, but I'm
Hmm.
dealing with them better,
Okay.
and I just learn how to deal with them better.
But I always, and this is a question that I always ask to people that are writing some type of memoirs. Do you have to give those individuals a heads up? Do you
No,
feel like you will?
no,
Okay.
because I don't feel I owe it to them. I don't feel because in this case, this is a personal issue that because I'm not talking about them in the sense of I'm trying to make them look bad. I'm talking
Okay.
about it to help somebody with their what we all struggle with. So it's
Mhm.
like I'm telling you this really happened. This will happen in my life. This is my point of view,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying this to make you. It happened, So I just feel like you know you can say anything, or somebody can take it out of context. But as long as you're not saying it in a way to attack somebody, you're just saying it. Okay, this is my experience. This is what I dealt with.
Mhm.
This is how I overcame it. And if the person is upset about that, that's on
Yeah.
them. It's not your
Okay.
fault. You have to. They have. I mean, you have to live with the fact that you freed yourself.
Mhm.
So you can't help everybody. So
Yeah. So now, how did you actually become comfortable with sharing, something that's personal to you with the world per se?
writing has helped me do that. I've done
Mhm.
spoken word where I've felt comfortable enough to talk about issues. I'm not ashamed to talk about certain things. I think
Mhm.
a lot of people are ashamed because they're afraid of what people think, and I know how far to go. There are
Okay.
certain things, of course, I'm not going to talk about, but there are certain things that I feel you should talk about.
Mhm.
That will help somebody else.
Mhm.
So
So now I know that you said that you do spoken word as well. Do you ever foresee yourself doing like a book of poems or anything like that?
I did a book like that, but I don't. I like to write stuff. Like I done it, but I don't see myself doing that.
I
I
understand.
save that more for the stage. Like I'll do it on stage.
Okay. 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 I understand. So now, if you guys are interested in just staying up to date of when John releases his children's series as well as his other book that he mentioned, make sure you follow and like his Facebook page listed in the description box. So, John, can you just share with us about the two shirts that you added to your brand and what they say, and why did you actually decide to add them?
I have a book. We have a shirt, and the shirt it says it's for women's empowerment. We say act like a lady, think like a boss, twerk like a stripper. So
Okay.
that was the first one for women, just to encourage them to think big, but keep things behind closed doors at the same time. That's what that shirt was for. The second
Okay.
shirt is called RICH. It's an acronym. It's called Residual Incomes Creating something. I got to look at it again, but that's the
Hmm.
second shirt coming out to empower people about financial literacy.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. We're going to go from that to hoodies. We have other ideas too, but that's where we're starting with the shirts. So as you can see, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah. Yeah.
and I love to create. I love to create. That's my thing. I love
That's
to
good. That's
so
good. And so, guys, if you want to continue to follow John and um, get those shirts, when he does release them, make sure you follow him on his Facebook page or his Instagram, or you can even email him. And all of that contact information is listed in the description box. John, I thank you so much for just being on the show and letting our viewers know just a little bit more about you and exactly what your book 99 Random Questions is about. I thank you all for taking time to watch another episode of Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. Don't forget to share this video now so that more people will learn about John and his book, as well as the show Authors to Know and Their Books to Read. I would love for you to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Martinique the Storyteller. And if you truly enjoy the shows that I produce, I would love for you to visit my GoFundMe page or my PayPal link and give a financial gift in any amount. I hope you guys have a great night, and we will talk to you all later. Bye.